Hello everyone, I'm here today with a new process video and I am working on a 6x12 pocket page plus a small insert that has two 3x4 horizontal pockets on it. And these photos are from Boston. When my friends and I were there, my two friends that I went with are huge Christmas people. I'm not, but they are. And so when we discovered that there was a Christmas store in Boston, we decided, what the heck, we'll go in and take a look, see what they have. So these are just photos from doing a little bit of exploring and shopping. And this layout's a little unique in that down here, because of what's on the other side, I actually have two 3x4 pockets. But I want this photo to be below these because this is when we entered the store. This is what greets you when you walk in. We're on our way down the path to it here. So it would look weird to have this up top. So I want to put this here. So I'm going to actually cut that and use it in both pockets. So that's a trick I use sometimes when I have a 4x6 and I can't fit it in any other way, is I'll just cut it in half and put it in two pockets. So I'm going to do that. And I have nothing for this pocket, so I need to find a card. I need something for this. It needs to have a background of some type. That's the business card from the store. And then of course, I need to embellish. All right, so I have pulled out a bunch of my winter themed things. So I have these 4x6 cards. I also have a bunch of acrylic pieces with different phrases and things. And so I might be able to use that because this is a rather large space. So I could fit a larger acrylic in there, and I don't need a lot of space for journaling, just, you know, kind of a little bit. So I think I can make that work somehow if I combine it in the right way. So I found some acrylic pieces that I might want to use already. I have this package, which is from Color Cast Designs, and I like the joy in there because it's red, so it matches everything, and it's small enough that I could still, you know, pick a card where I could journal around it if I wanted to, or I could maybe just find a subtle pattern in a piece of paper and use it that way. You know, it really depends on what I find. And then for this one, these are from Bramble Fox, and I like this one. Oh, what fun, because it's part of the Christmas song, but it also works for the theme here. We were having fun just exploring the city and saw the shop and wanted to go in, so I think it's very fitting. I have gone through my 4x6 cards, and I think I have found the one that I like, and it's this one. This is not what I originally thought I would go for, but I like the idea of it with this, the Oh What Fun. So I'm actually going to take this out of there and place it on there and just see kind of what it would actually look like space-wise. So I could do it centered if I really wanted to, but I could also do it this way. And I could, if I wanted to, journal a little bit on these lines. I always use black, so it probably would show up. It would be a little busy though, so I'm not sure, but it's a possibility. I also want to go through a bunch of my, let me move my cards here, a bunch of my holiday/winter related phrases and things, because there might be something in there that I can kind of layer over here that would also work. So I found this, I don't know what you'd call it, die cut, I guess. It's not really though. It's from a printed set of digital files and I just punched it out so that it would look like that. But I have that, and I kind of like it tucked under this because you can still read this part of it, and I can position it however I want. And I like that it brings in, there's a little bit of red there, but I like that it brings in some yellow because I do have yellow and gold in a lot of these photos in different places, and I like that. So I'm thinking about that. However, then I really don't have an option for journaling there. That's kind of it. Because I haven't found anything for the back of this, whoops, I'm not sure what to do about that, because I could do it just like this, pick a background where I would like staple it to the top, and that would leave me a little bit of journaling. I have that option. I could just place it in the middle on its background and do no journaling. So I'm not sure. I'm undecided on how I feel about journaling versus not journaling. So I think I'm going to just adhere this first, and then I'll worry about that part. All right, I have that adhered now. So while that is drying, I will just let that be, and I will see what I can do for a background here. And, you know, when I look at this, I'm thinking blue again of some type, but I think maybe I want to do this so that the blue is a little bit further away, but it really, again, depends on what I find. But I will go through those cards, see if there's anything that I can work in there in a 3x4 that will match. Well, I thought I wanted blue, but now I've changed my mind. When I was going through my cards, there were a couple blue things that were, they were okay. But then I came across this one. And granted, most of this is going to be covered by the business card, but I thought because it's got this label, I'm sure it's meant to go, this way. But I could put this all the way to the right and have it situated like that. And then you get a lot of white space, but you still have some gold peeking out. And I kind of like it. I could go the other way as well, if I want the yellow to kind of be more towards the center of the page. I have options. It does leave me room too, that I could stamp something here. I could stamp something, more vertically. I could attach something else, a little phrase label, or like one of these little ephemera type things. So I like that idea, and I like that it brings in the yellow. I think I'm going to go with that, but then I definitely can't journal anywhere. My only other option to do that is to add in a photo flip, but I don't have any more photos. So then it would mean that I am adding in 2 cards and no additional photos. All right, I've come up with another plan again. I'm going to change it up a little bit. So, how I said I had originally thought I was going to cut this and fill 2 pockets with it? I don't think I am now. I think I'm going to pick out the best portion that's 3x4, use it in one pocket, and then use this card in the other. I can do a washi strip here, a piece of pattern paper, whatever I want to kind of delineate things, and then journal here, and then I still get to use everything that I have. All right, so I've cut it down. This is what I ended up with, and I like that, so that's good. Now for this card, I pulled out 2 different washis. I have a yellow with a subtle stripe, and then just a plain red, very narrow washi. And when I put them up against each other, I actually like them both, and they are different widths. So I may try to use both and just kind of overlap them somehow so that I can get both colors in there. Okay, this is how I have done the card, and I like it. My only question is I'm wondering if I should switch the photos around somehow so that this yellow is further apart. I feel like there's lots of blue if these are near each other. Does it make any difference to do it like that? Kind of, you know what? I like that better. Yeah, I think maybe I'm going to go with that configuration. Then I have this. I am going to, though, put a staple in there right at the edge. There we go. And then my journaling will be there. So that's taken care of. Oops. Now I just have to figure out, once I attach this, do I want to do anything else with it? And then do I want anything on any of the other photos? I don't know that I really could, except here. All these photos are really busy, so that doesn't leave me a lot of room to work with, but I'll consider this area while I'm adhering this. Now, when I dumped these out, you can see I have a couple of kind of dark yellow, kind of mustard colored phrases, and I have this. And I think when I made these, because I know I did those in the Project Life app, I was just like trying to pick some random phrases. That might end up working quite well with this. It's not quite the same yellow, but it's, kind of between that and the gold that's in there. And I like that it says that, because it's like, oh, that's sort of random. We're just in the middle of the city and there's a Christmas store. So I think maybe I'm going to use that. So I've changed a couple of things here. I moved the photos yet again and the pocket cards to a different configuration because I wanted different spacing for where the yellow was as opposed to the blue. So I have switched it, and this is where I want it now, I hope. So I have that, and I'm actually going to put this at the bottom instead of up here. I felt like this was too busy and it competes with the banners that say Christmas in Boston. So I'm going to actually put it right down here towards the bottom. All right, there, I have it on there, and I decided to leave the long ends like that, and I'm just going to do staples like that. And then, I'm not sure why I did this, but there is a slightly longer area that's open on this side than on here. It's not perfectly centered, so I may find a little kind of Christmassy related doodad to put right there. All right, so I decided that because there is this star already there, I'd go with a star pattern. So I pulled my red and gold stars, and I'm going to take these, and I'm going to take not the super small one because it comes in a smaller one there, but the medium sized option. And I'm going to put that right like so. So it just overlaps that a little bit, but fills that space. And then over here, because there's yellow down here and it's blank over here in this corner, I can put a gold one there. And then I think this layout is done. Whoops. So I'm also going with the same size just so they look kind of matchy-matchy, so that the design flows. So I'm thinking like right up here, or no, maybe there. So it helps fill some of that blank space. There we go. What do I think of that? Let me look at it for a moment. You know what? I think I like it. I think it's done. All right, so there you go. Another one finished for Boston. Thanks for watching.